Hey, this is Alexa Peterson with the Hitting Vault. I'm going to be doing a swing analysis of Javi Baez from the Cubs. He did really well for them this year. He hit 290 and had 34 home runs. So we're going to take a look at this pitch, which was definitely left pretty flat. You can see the catcher's target there. He was trying to get it higher up in the zone. Ended up being right there for him. Let's take a look at when Javi lifts his leg. Notice that he has a really high leg kick. So he's going to have to start that movement much sooner than somebody that has a lower leg kick. Barrow starts working vertical as he's going forward to his stride, gets to his launch position right there. You can see right here, he's got what's called torso tilt. It's super important for hitters to be able to adjust to different heights of pitches. If you're perfectly upright like this, what's going to happen is that you're going to have your bat go into the zone and out of the zone really quickly. We need to be able to adjust to outside pitches and inside pitches. On outside pitches, you would tend to create more hip hinge leaning over as you start to go over to that pitch. Say it's way out here, you would see a lot more hip hinge as he's going towards that pitch. He still has a good amount on inside pitches, but it's just a little bit less than he would have on an outside pitch. So you can see right there, close to contact. He's leaning over. You can see this angle with his shoulders. It's pretty close to the angle of his bat. His belt buckle is facing the pitcher. Right there, you can see it. And his bat isn't even to contact yet. A lot of hitters don't rotate their hips quick enough. And instead, their hands push towards the ball. You can really see how he stays nice and tight with that turn to be able to take that middle in pitch to left field. Here's a little bit closer view. You can see how tight his hands stay inside. A lot of hitters try to hurry up and push their hands, try to get on time. It's actually slower. Use your hips to rotate you quicker and keeping this elbow tight inside to you to be able to turn tight to adjust to an inside or middle end pitch. You can see his barrel working behind him, back there, and then coming out right there. Turning those hips hard. You can see his front knee starts to straighten as he gets closer to contact. Move over to the side view here. He's a hitter that you notice when he loads and he brings that back leg up, he gets a lot of weight kind of on his backside. This isn't a move that we would see for younger hitters because it's really hard to get their weight going forward. So what we like to see with younger hitters is to have a little bit more weight on that inside, but that doesn't mean that this isn't something that older hitters can do. If you have really good body control, that's great. But he definitely stays pretty well stacked here, keeping his front shoulder down, even though he has a decent amount of weight on his backside. Has a high leg kick like what we talked about earlier. So he starts to go forward. You see his barrel working pretty vertical. He definitely has a high position right here with that high back elbow. But as he gets closer to his launch position right there, you see he gets into this a little bit more neutral position. His knob is kind of down towards the catcher. His head is pretty well centered in his body. Front knee has a little bit of bend. You can see the stretch in his jersey right there. He has great separation, hands up and back, with his hips open a little bit. Watch how steady his head stays. Here's his launch position. Put a circle around his head. Stays pretty well right in that circle. A lot of hitters try to push their head forward as they start to go towards the ball, and they end up pushing everything, which doesn't help you stay on the plane of the pitch or hit for power. See how tight he stays, turning his hips hard. straightening out that front leg, releasing that backside. You can see his back foot coming up off the ground and going forward a little bit. You don't have to have that back foot come in. You can kind of see that his back foot is going this way. Some hitters that are a little bit more on the narrow side, you'll just see that back foot go up, straight up and straight back down. But you should have that back foot kind of come up a little bit if you're right on time. It's what's called releasing the backside. Up against a firm front side right there, and then that creates a lot more power, that resistance going that way. So there you have it. Another great swing by Javier Baez, and hope you enjoyed the swing analysis.